Ngithi ngizokwenza into ekahle ngiwacele lapha emsebenzini ukuthi bangiprintele khona. Kwawukuthi ngishawa isikhathi ukuthi HR bavala ngo4 ngaphuma late lapha.
Sorry, I was under the impression, or I thought that I would do a proper thing by going to my workplace to request them at the HR to make a printout for me. Unfortunately, they closed at 4, so leaving here, the time was against me when I left the court.
So as a result of that, you cannot be able to tell this court whether we have received any training or not.
Ngenxa ke yalokho awukho kwisimo ke sokuthi ungayitshela lenkantolo ukuthi i-training wayithola noma cha.
Kodwa ngithe mase ngimabheka kamanye endlini nje sengicabanga mina amakhosi engiwenzile ngingabala i-domestic violence, vulnerable children, first responder to the sexual offense, then nama shooting practice.
Okay, maybe let's start one by one if we are now mentioning them. Number one, you're saying it's a training on domestic violence.
Yebo noma ngeke ngisabala iminyaka ukuthi kulonyaka oso ngangikanje. Yes.
Yes, although I can't be specific and attach a year and said by this year I did this course.
Okay.
Kwaba i domestic violence.
Yes, that's number one.
And vulnerable children.
Okay.
Then kube first responder to the sexual offense.
Okay. That's all.
Ebe ngisawakhumbula ngathi lawo then ke kube ngama shooting ke practice ke.
Those are the ones that I'm able to remember. Then you have the shooting practices.
Okay. At the college, other than trained to drill, were you also trained? Did you receive any training regarding the crime scene, duties of the crime scene?
The college ke ngaphandle kokudrill nje ama training wona ke ukuthi at the college we do everything.
Supposed to conduct at the crime scene.
Okusho ukuthi ke ama training ukuthi kufanele wenzeni ku crime scene lokho wona kona waqeqeshelwa.
Yebo college.
Yes, at the college.
And you were reckless in leaving the crime scene with Mr. Khumalo.
That's a good place, my lord. I think that is an issue that council can raise in argument.
Can I rephrase, my lord?
Laphayana ngabe niyazi yini ukuthi khona ama exhibits asuswa noma abekwa phakathi endlini?
Ngayilutho ngophela ngoba sasingekho.
No, because we were not there.
Thank you, my lord. I've got no further questions.
Okay. Yes, sir. Baloi, any read?
No re-examination. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Siyabonga.
It's the court.
Oh, is that so? Okay.
I'm saying there are new developments
Oh, is that so?
in respect of Mr. Mnube.
Mr. Mnube.
Yes, that's
Is that your
accused number
client?
3, yes. My lord, over and above the plea of guilty, I mean the plea of not guilty, not guilty.
What's the charge? What's count 4?
That it relates to unlawful
Ammunition.
possession of firearm.
Okay.
Yes, my lord. That's now over and above of the plea of not guilty. We are amending our plea to add a plea of autrefois convey. That is now in terms of section 106, my lord. I mean 106 subsection 2 of the Criminal Procedure Act.
Yeah.
Thank you, my lord.
No, but you just made it.
No, he was convicted.
He was
charged
convicted.
and convicted of the very same offense relating
Relating
to the,
same.
was charged in Joburg.
What? Regional court, district
He
court,
was in the High Court, my lord.
high court.
Yes.
When was that?
That was in 2016, 2015. 2015, my lord.
20. No, but you must give me the full date, sir.
May I take instruction
Yes,
that you
yes.
got, my lord? I thought
And
that-
do you have a copy of the charge sheet?
No, we don't have it, my lord. The
No.
indictment? No, we don't
Yeah,
have
but
it.
you're telling me he was acquitted on a similar charge.
No, I'm not saying he was acquitted. He was
Atrafoi
convicted.
convict.
That's
Was
when
he acquitted?
Yes.
That's
But
it.
in
Where's the
this
charge?
instance-
I need a copy of the charge sheet.
No, in this instance, my lord,
Yeah,
he is saying
yeah.
he was convicted which is Atrofois Konwi, he served.
No problem.
Yes. So I thought, my lord, that for me for us to just tell the court that we are amending our plea to read Atrofois Konwi, and over and above the plea of not guilty in terms of section 106 subsection 2 will suffice. It never dawned in my mind, my lord, that we also need to bring charge
Yeah,
sheet
okay,
and
fine,
proof.
fine, I hear you.
Yes.
So he was convicted of being in possession of which firearm?
The firearm that is alleged in count number 4.
Is that the Zech?
That is-
The Czech CPS?
We don't know if that is exactly the same
No, no,
firearm.
you see, that's the problem. I could have an R5 rifle, an R4 rifle. I could have had a revolver. I could have had a handgun. So you've got to give me the particulars, because
Thanks for indulgence.
yes, yes.
He's telling me that the firearm that was in issue here, it's the firearm that Mr. Dlamini and Mr. Masondo came to testify about. And the case was completed on the 27th, it was finalized on the 27th of July, 2017.
27th of July,
2017.
2017.
Yes, it relates to the evidence that was supplied to this court by Mr. Dlamini and Mr. Masondo.
So he was charged with possession of that particular firearm
Yes, my lord.
only.
My lord?
Only. He wasn't charged with possession of ammunition. He wasn't charged with possession of a firearm whose serial number has been erased. You know about that charge. You can be charged in terms of the Act 60 of 2000, if I
Yes.
still recall, right?
Yes, madam.
You can be charged with being in possession of a firearm whose serial particulars have been erased. You can also be charged with being in possession of a firearm
Yes, my lord.
of a particular serial number. And you can be charged also with an ancillary charge of being in possession of that firearm,
Yes.
which was also, like the magazine we told about when they were making the firearm safe, contained ammunition without having a license to possess, ammunition from which a lawfully acquired firearm could have been possessed. Are you with me? So there are 101 charges. So
No.
which charge are you telling me about?
My lord, I'm specifically referring to what the state is alleging against
No,
him
no,
in count
here's the
number
state.
4.
You, those are instructions. I've been acquitted, I've been charged, and I served a sentence. What was the sentence?
No, he doesn't say he was acquitted, my lord.
Oh, what does he say?
says he was convicted.
Yes, what is the
Has
sentence?
got to be
Ask your
determined.
colleagues here.
No, it's not relevant, my lord.
What? You are charged with murder, like Ratam Khwashing. And then you say, oh, my sentence of life is not relevant. The state and say, but this gentleman has served the sentence, or he's due to be sentenced, or there was a trial
Yes.
and he pleaded guilty.
I thought, my lord, that will come at the end of the trial.
No ways.
when the guilt or the not guilt of the accused is supposed to
No,
be
you told me
determined.
about acquittals and convictions.
My lord, in terms of the act,
What does the Act say?
the act says an accused person is entitled over and above a plea of guilty
Yes.
to plead any other plea, a plea of not guilty, to plead any other plea except for the plea of guilty. In other words, an accused person cannot plead a plea, he cannot tender a plea of guilty with any other plea. But in respect of a plea of not guilty, he can raise other pleas as well, including jurisdiction, autrefois acquis, autrefois convi, lack of prosecutorial authority, and all those.
And
That
I
is
must-
exactly what I'm doing.
And I mustn't know about whether that trial was finalized or not.
Maybe that's just a technical argument.
Ah,
my
it's
lord.
not
That-
technical,
you
it's
will
the
give
essence
that
of the
information
charge.
to the court, my lord.
It goes with the essence of the. Mr. Baloyi, this is cause one criminal law.
Yes.
What are you saying?
Well, my lord, this is new information that is being raised. We'll investigate that. But indeed, I think in terms of Section 106,
Yeah.
accused can raise various pleas
course, yeah.
at a plea stage. And the verdict thereon will then be relevant at the time when a verdict on the
No,
merits is-
no. We're subjecting an accused person who is entitled to be presumed innocent.
Yes.
Is innocent. When he is being discharged on a particular offense, you are saying he
Yes.
must stand trial for that particular. Are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you, my lord.
Yeah.
But
So the court has got to know whether
yes,
he was charged and was there a trial and what was the result of the trial.
yes.
Because you can't be charged. Americans call it double jeopardy.
Indeed, my lord.
That's it.
Yes,
You can't be charged twice for the same offense.
Yes.
Me, if I'm satisfied what Mr. Mnisi is saying, that his client is being charged twice, I must intervene.
Yes.
But I can't intervene until the state has advised me that there's some merit in the submission Mr. Mnisi is
Yes, but
tendering.
that will not be the end of the matter, my lord. If, say, for instance, an admission is made that, look, on that particular day, the accused was in possession of, that firearm and is already been convicted of that, then for the purpose of the current trial, that will then obviate the need to lead evidence regarding that aspect. But we submit that the effect of a conviction will not be the end of the,
Say, was he convicted? Was he charged with the very firearm which is described in the force? It's not
Yes.
the Cleveland. Is it the Cleveland or the
Yeah,
Alexander charge?
Yes, yes, there's something that we'll have to investigate, my
No,
lord.
you can't investigate. Then, of course, I must know, because I can't allow evidence to be led against an accused who has been acquitted or convicted of a particular charge to be again led. That's why when you get the end of the trial, the state is required to prove previous convictions.
Yes,
That's it.
yes.
Now, according to my colleague here, his client has a previous conviction. Hello, Mr. Mnis.
My lord.
Am I understanding you correct?
Yes, my
He's
lord.
got a previous conviction.
I might not call it a previous conviction, my lord. I prefer to call it autrefois convi.
Don't confuse issues. Does your client have a previous conviction of being charged with the possession of a firearm which is described in the Alexander or Cleveland case as a Czech CPZ firearm which did not have serial registration numbers?
It indicated that the was found point that was found on the scene.
This is the
That would be the purpose of Yes.
Firearm.
Yes.
Uzokwazi ukuthi bekukhulunywa ngani ke ngaphambilini befisa nje ukuthi atshele namazisi inkantolo ukuthi lobufakazi lobu bebuthulwa uMasondo la kanye naye uDlamini mayelana nesibhamu lesiyana abathi satholakala kuwena ukuthi ke isibhamu leso ke owachargewa ke ngaso wase futhi ke ulahlwa icala khona wase futhi kuba nesigwebo ke futhi osuyosihlalela noma osoyosidonsa manje ke umehluleli asithi ke akwanele nje ukuthi anikezwe kufanele anikezwe imininingwane yonke iphelele mayelana necala lelo ngoba ke kuzofanele enze isinqumo ukuthi ke ingabe manje kuthule ubufakazi ngecala oseudonsile noma osekuhlelele vele ejele kodwa kumshushisi uma ngabe sephendula ke yena ke ukuthi lobo bufakazi bebungethulelwa idoketi leli lase Cleveland noma elase Alexander ukuthi ke isibhamu lesi esatholakala kuwena isibhamu ke abasihlanganise ne-point yenhlamvu noma i-bullet point eyatholakala kwisini kuleli icala esibhekene nalo la enkantolo.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Baloyi.
As the court pleases, my lord, the state then calls the next witness. It's Sergeant Timothy Matebula. It's witness number 35 on the list, my lord.
It's number 35.
Indeed, my lord.
25.
35.
Oh, sorry, yeah, 35. Okay. Swear the witness in.
Okay. Sicela igama nesibongo baba.
Timothy Matebula.
Uyimisela ukufunga Mr. Matebula ukuthi uzokhuluma iqiniso.
Yebo.
Yafunga ubufakazi ozobethula babeqiniso iqiniso lodwa liphelele phakamisa isandla Nkosi ngisize ngikhuluma iqiniso.
Nkosi ngisize ngikhuluma iqiniso.
The witness is sworn in, my lord.
Thank you.
You are a police officer in the South African Police, is that correct?
Uyiphoyisa ke kwi-South African Police kunjalo?
Yebo.
Yes, my lord.
What is your rank?
Isikhundla sakho?
Sergeant.
I'm a sergeant.
And to which unit of the police are you attached?
Ukuyiphi unit emaphoyiseni?
Visible CST.
Vispol CSC.
Yes, to which police station are you attached?
Ukuyiphi police station?
First Loras SAPS.
Force Loras mingaki
The
usa
CPZ firearm. Jesus Christ spares. Jesus Christ spares. I was a lutonga. I was a lutonga.
Yes, my lord.
Right, fine.
Thank
That's
you, my
all.
lord.
That's all. I
Thank
want to
you.
bring it to your attention.
Thank you, my lord. It's well appreciated.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, fine. Sorry about that.
Mr. Mncubeke inkantolo ikhumbuza nje ummeli wakho ngakushilo ke nkathi labo fakazi bebelana ke ukuthi uma iphendula noma uphendula ke wena ke uthe kuyena awazi lutho noma akunalutho olukuhlanganisa nalesi asibhamu lesi uyamkhumbuza nje ukuthi yinto abeyishilo ke leyo.
Yes, Mr. Mloy?
As a court, please, and that is the reason why, that is the point we're trying to make earlier on. That's why we're leading this evidence.
Okay.
As the court pleases, you mentioned that you've got 16 years service and attached to First Loras police station. On the 26th of October, 2014, were you on duty?
Ingabe ngeyi-26 zika October 2014 wasemsebenzini? Yes.
What type of duties were you performing on the day in question?
Ngalelo langa lelo iwuphi umsebenzi wawenza?
Attend my complaints in patrol.
Attending to
Now, the previous witness, Sergeant Mthethwa,
uSergeant Mthethwa uyamazi lobe lapha phambi kwakho?
Yebo.
Yes.
were you on the same shift on the 26th of October 2014?
Ngalelo langa lange 26 October 2014 nanisebenza ishift eyodwa?
Yebo.
Yes.
Can you tell the court in your own words what happened on the...
Mayelana nale cala leli.
Okay. 26 October 2014,
Kube ngathi yaphakamisa.
Constable Mthethwa.
Were then posted or working on sector 1 together with
Now a crew yami.
I was the driver and he was my crew.
Sebenza
2053, we were at the police station detaining.
sathola complaint three shooting in progress.
Which was a shooting in progress.
It's number 13511 Kutlwano Mzamo for Sloras.
At number 13511 Kutlanong Street, Mzamo.
Just a
in Vos-
minute.
Sorry.
Yes.
Ithema ingeni complaint sabele sayiyeka yonke into sarasha kule complaint shooting in progress.
When the complaint came through, we stopped everything and we rushed to that shooting in progress.
If you say we, who are you referring to?
Uma uthi sa yeka yonke into ukhuluma ngabani?
Constable Sergeant Mthethwa na two ama student constable.
Sergeant Mthethwa and 2 constable students.
Yes.
Yebo.
Uste saya straight vele leo address le kuleso strat ngoba siyayazi ilona vele I strat siyasazi.
We then went straight to that address and the street because the street is known to us.
And how were you traveling on the
Na-
day?
Nanihamba kanjani?
Isamba ngemarked vehicle.
In a marked vehicle.
Yes. What type of vehicle?
Enjani?
Is it an ordinary sedan? Is it a police van? What-
Police van.
Iveni yamaphoyisa.
Yes. And how were you clad?
Nanigqoke kanjani?
Police uniform.
Police uniform.
Yes. You may proceed.
Yebo.
Sithema sifika kuleso strat vele sabona abantu bangaphandle nje.
When we got to that street, we saw people standing outside.
Yes.
Yebo.
Yo wave umama ngathi umama nje ngathi nomzimba nyana but umama nje wave ukuthi bathi baye ngakhombia direction.
A certain lady with just a body, but she is a lady, waved to us and pointed to a particular direction.
Say
Yes. The lady made a report to you, and then what happened?
Nase nenzani ke after ikwenzile lokho?
uyawavula iwindow Mthethwa wabuza ukuthi la khomba khona kuyenzakalani bese washo
Okay. Mthethwa opened the window and inquired from her, what is happening there toward the direction where you are pointing?
Yes. And she made a report to you.
Waphendula ke yena ne?
yena.
Yes.
Yes. What did you do as a result of the report that she made?
Uma esekushilo lokho akushoyo nina nenzani?
Sesaya kuleyo direction beyasikhomba kuyo ngase park.
We went towards the direction that he was pointing out to us, to the park.
Yes.
Sacheka azange sibone umuntu lapho sabuyela back to le address.
We then checked there, we saw no one, and we went back to the address.
If you say you checked, can you just explain what did you do?
Uma uthi na checka ke yini enayenza?
Bese sibheka ngokuthi bathe ama suspects agijime aye park. So bese sichecka lawo ama suspect ukuthi maybe singakuthola abantu bese siyawasesha kanjani but asange sithole umuntu.
They had indicated, or it was indicated that the suspect ran toward the park. So we looked at the park if we could see anyone, and then we would have searched those people, but we found no one.
Yes. You found no one at the park. Then what happened?
Uma ningatholanga abantu noma umuntu epark nase nenzani?
sabuyela kule address number 13511.
We went back to the address at 13511.
Yes.
Yep.
Sithemba singena uyokwenza uThemba Khumalo uzintroduce as uThemba Khumalo umalume kaKheli.
As we entered, then we were approached by a gentleman who introduced himself as Themba Khumalo, Kelly's uncle.
Yes, you may proceed.
Yeah, ma.
Sambuza ukuthi kuyenzakaleni wathi sambuza ukuthi kuyenzakaleni washo ukuthi athi bathi kudubuleke uSenzo.
We inquired from him as to what happened. He then informed us that Senzo had been shot.
As a good please, my lord, we signaled our intention yesterday to call Mr. Themba Khumalo May that hearsay evidence be provisionally allowed. Yes, you may proceed.
Ngaqhubeka.
Ke sahamba naye uBankhumalo sangena endlini sacheka
We went into the house together with Khumalo and we checked.
Yes. So
Yeah.
what was the position regarding the house when you got there?
Uma nifika endlini, isimo mayelana nendlu sasi kanjani?
Or maybe let's rephrase. How did you gain access to the house?
Nangena kanjani endlini?
ekuvaliwe wasivulela ubaba uKhumalo.
It was closed and Mr. Khumalo opened for us.
Yes. And which part of the house
Eh,
did you gain ingress into the house?
Nangena kuphi endlini?
Umnyango wasekitchen.
The kitchen door.
Yes, you may proceed.
Yep.
Sacheka sacheka just ukuthi bonye nje athi umadla mix up nje ngapha kunama cans wetshwala ubonise ukuthi ngathi wani party nyano something.
We checked and then it was sort of mixed up. On the one side we saw cans of alcohol. It appeared as if that there was some party or something.
Just a minute. And where did you see these cans of alcohol?
Lama can lana utshwala naniwabona kuphi?
Athi waphansi nje la edanyengo phansi.
I think they were on the floor in the dining room.
We just want to show you a photo 112 of Exhibit D.
So 77 mawukhomba. Uyabona?
Angiboni.
Can you use the photo to illustrate your evidence?
These are the cans.
Yes.
Yebo.
Sambuza ukuthi kuyenzakaleni. Wathi akanayo information kahle abantu abane information lawa basesibhedlela
We-
bonke bahambile.
Okay. We inquired from him as to what happened. He informed us that he didn't have information. The people with information are at the hospital. They all left.
into ayazi ukuthi uSenzo bathi bamdubulile.
But what he knew was that Senzo was shot.
Yes.
Okay, masicela ukuchecka samcela sathi sicela akhiye ilona iminyango sigijimisise lona sothola information yahle.
When we were done checking, we then requested him to lock so that we could rush to hospital and get proper information.
So when you were done checking, what did you check? Just explain step by step. Where did you check, and what were your observations?
Ukhuluma ngokucheka ukuthi ngokulandelana ke usho ukuthi unanichekani futhi nabonani noma wabonani.
Sesichecka ukuchecka checka ukuthi maybe singathola ama cartridge or in ngoba thi kune shooting in progress, but masicheck lapha zange sithole those cartridges.
Looking for maybe cartridges because we were informed that there was a shooting in progress, but when we checked, we didn't find any of those cartridges.
Did you only see the cans?
Ama can kuphela nawabona.
Into esayibona ngikhumbula kahle ngathi kune cartridge kunelona ni cartridge
Ukhuluma ngani ngitsizwa? Ukhuluma ngani?
ama cartridge le nto khamba ngayo labamba labalimele lapha.
Oh, okay. All right. Nani futhi?
Ngathi nesigqoko yeah nesigqoko.
I think it was a hurt, my lord, and also the witness is struggling with the word, but says what they are using, the sticks that they are using when they are hurt, in referring to crutches, or when they are injured. So.
Yes, tell the court about it. Where did you see that?
Nakubona kuphi lokho?
Ungena ekitchen on the left hand side ngasezinkeni phansi ngala.
When you enter the kitchen, on your left hand side, next to the sink, it was on the floor.
And at what stage did you see these items that you've mentioned?
Lezi zinto oyibalileke nizibone nini ngasiphi isikhathi noma ngasiphi stage?
Ngoba singene ukuqala uma singene.
Just as we entered, the first time when we entered.
I just want to show you photo 3 of Exhibit C. Maybe photo 4 and 5. Yes, photo 5. That will be photo 5 of Exhibit C. We can use that photo to illustrate your evidence.
Yebo, ungasho ke.
Isigqoko
This is the head,
le crash le.
and this is the crutch.
Yes, you may proceed.
Ungaqhubeka.
Mangikhumbula kahle ngathi ngambuza ukuthi wathi akana information uvele wathi akana information ukuthi kuyenzakalini kahle. So angeke asinike information umuntu abantu abane information laba sesibhedlela.
I remember asking him, but all he said was that he didn't have any information. The only people with information are the ones at the hospital.
Yes.
Yebo.
Ukulawo singicela khona ukuthi akhiye bese sigijima isirashele esibhedlela ebuthilungu.
That's where we requested him to lock, and then we rushed to the hospital.
Yes, you may proceed.
Yebo.
Driver masifika esibhedlela egeyidini sesahlangana ne-SUV e-BM.
I drove to the hospital, and then at the hospital, at the entrance of the hospital, I then came across a BMW SUV.
Yes.
Yep.
yehamba le SUV bese nathi sama waphuma mangikhumbula kahle uyaphuma uKheli uzintroduce as uKheli Khumalo.
This BMW stopped. We also stopped. If I remember well or remember correctly, Kelly alighted, or she introduced herself as Kelly Kumalo. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Wabuza ukuthi size nge-incident kaSenzo ngathi yebo.
She inquired from us, "Are you here regarding Senzo's incident?" I said yes.
Yes. There was a discussion with her, and then what happened further?
Uma senikhulumile-ke naye-ke kwase kwenzekani emva kwalokho?
Saqhubeka saya phakathi esibhedlela casualty.
We went to the inside the hospital to the casualty.
Yes.
Yep.
Sithe masifike casualty sithole nje ifamily ingapha esayidini ka-left sacela umuntu ongasingathola information ngayo sathola usister wathi usister Nceketho.
Okay. The family was seated on the left-hand side. We then asked for someone who would assist us with information, and then we were assisted by a sister Nnegeto.
Yes.
Yep.
Sister Nceketho samtshela ngamchazela ukuthi sizovele ngendaba kaSenzo athi udubulekile la esibhedlela wasihambisa wasingenisa kwelinye room nje iroom elincane nje.
We informed Sister Nnegeto that we were here, or that we were there, because of Senzo. We were informed that he had been shot. She then took us to a small room.
Yes.
Yep.
Sithe masingena vele kulela room sathola sambona vele samthola uSenzo alele ku-stretcher abheke phezulu.
Indeed, when we entered that room, we found him, and Senzo was lying on a stretcher facing upwards.
Yes.
Yep.
Basho ukuthi hayi usho sekashonile vele uSenzo
Basho bona.
washo
Okay.
usister Nceketho.
Sister Nnegeto then informed us that indeed Senzo was no more.
Yes.
Acela i-declaration form ukuthi vele akasekho emhlabeni uSenzo.
Celwa yini?
Celwa ya.
I then requested for a declaration confirming that indeed Senzo was late.
Yes.
Yep.
Uthe mayaqeda ukunikeza ngacela sasondela ngamcheck ngathi ulimele kuphi bamdubule washo ukuthi bamdubule la ngoba it's like bullet I should say bullet hole lie in the middle of his chest la.
Okay, I wanted to know exactly where he was shot, and then she pointed out that indeed there was a bullet hole. The witness pointing to the front. Yes, I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ayikulawe yaklika khona ngathi umthetho isini le ngale muva.
That particular kuwe.
Waklika wathi manje le ayisini.
That's where he then clicked that now a scene there at the back. In other words, where we left. It's now a scene.
Yes.
Yebo.
Okay, saphuma erumini sacela ngikhumbula kahle ngicela ngingafonela uConstable Mkwili ukuthi eze lapha esibhedlela.
And then, if I remember correctly, I contacted Constable Mukwili to come to the hospital.
Yes.
Yebo.
So ukuthi sizokhona ukurusha back elona kule number 13511.
So that we could rush back to number 13511.
Yes.
Yebo.
Abuyela kulabo ekuhleli family vele khona ngacela oyi1 ngasicela umuntu oyi1 ongasihamba naye endlini ngoba akekho umuntu owazi ukuthi kuyenzakaleni endlini.
Then went to the family that was seated there and requested one person who could go with us back to the house because no one knew as to what happened there.
Yes.
Umakhumalo wa volunteer wathi uzohamba nathi.
Makumalo volunteered that she was going to go with us.
Yes.
Yebo.
Ngoba bese sibafonela abo Ramala ukuthi beze bazosala la esibhedlela. Uthe babafika sathatha umakhumalo sa yana endlini.
Because we had already called or contacted the likes of Ramala to come to hospital, so upon their arrival, we took Makumalo and left for the house.
Yes.
Yebo.
May I proceed?
Endleleni bese wasichazela ukuthi kuyenzakaleni endlini.
On the way, or as we were traveling, she informed us as to what happened in the house.
Yes.
Sithi bese sazi ukuthi sini